Before I go into this video, just I mentioned this on Twitter. I also said it in the community section, but I want to publicly say this in the video. Before I start my video that is topicked, I just want to send out my thoughts, my prayers, and my condolences to Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, John Apatelli, his wife Kerry, their daughter Alyssa, Christina Mauser, Sarah Chester, her daughter Peyton, and Era Zabanya, the pilot, everyone that died in that unfortunate helicopter crash that happened on Sunday that took the life of all 9 of those people on that helicopter. Before I start this video, I just want to send out my thoughts, my prayers, my condolences to the whole entire family of everyone that died on that unfortunate helicopter crash. The world has felt the loss of Kobe Bryant, but those families have also felt the loss of all the people on that unfortunate crash, and I would just like to send out my condolences and my prayers to all of those families. What's up, Fin fans? So today's video, we are going to start the series that I do every year. And essentially, I'm going to break down each of the positions on the Miami Dolphins. And I'm going to talk about who we have, what might happen, and go from there. Now, this necessarily isn't me predicting free agency. This really isn't me predicting who gets cut and who gets re-signed, because I'm making other videos for that. There will be videos about cuts, re-signs. There'll be a video about who I'm targeting in free agency. There'll be draft prospect videos, and there will be videos that I talk about who I want to draft. So in this video, we're starting at quarterback position. It's probably one of the most talked about positions on the Dolphins this offseason. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break down who's on the roster right now, my thoughts about kind of what is potentially options for the future and all that stuff. So we'll talk about that. I have this package here from Matthew, which I'll be opening for comment of the day. I really do greatly appreciate you sending me that package. And let's really quickly, so I'm making this on a Monday. I'll give you guys the facts for the Monday, and then the trivia question, being that this is coming out on a Tuesday, we'll do that. So the fact for today is, on this date in 1987, 2 of the stars of the perfect season team 1972 were voted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and that is Larry Zonka and center Jim Langer. 3 years later, on the exact same date, Bob Griese joins them. So that's today, Monday, and here's the trivia question for you guys watching it on the day it's being released, which is Tuesday. Who was the Dolphins nominee for the NFL's Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award for 2017? So who was the Miami Dolphins nominee for the NFL's Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award for 2017? Comment it below, and again, the answer will be right before comment of the day, which is right before I open this package. So if you want to know what the answer is, you can fast forward to that point. So let's talk about the quarterback position. Now, this year, the quarterback position started kind of, it wasn't great. And then all of a sudden, it really started to take off. Ryan Fitzpatrick. As soon as we signed him, if you guys want to go back and talk about and see what I talked about, I said to myself, and I said to all you guys, we're going to win about 5 games with this guy alone. He will put this team on his back, and we will win 5 games with him. So the roster had Ryan Fitzpatrick and Josh Rosen, and we also had Jake Ruddick. Now, looking at their contracts, a lot of people want to say, what are we going to do with Ryan Fitzpatrick? Are we going to re-sign him? All that stuff. With Ryan Fitzpatrick, it has a lot to do with if he wants to play this season. The Miami Dolphins have him under contract in 2020 with a $4 million guaranteed contract. That's the money that's guaranteed to him, is $4 million with another $4 million on top. It's an $8 million contract for 2020. If he decides he doesn't want to play anymore, then all of a sudden we go from, I think we're at like 119, 116. We go up to about 120 because the $4 million is now guaranteed, is now off the books. If we cut him, we lose $4 million because that's what's guaranteed to him. So we have him on the roster for $8 million, $4 million guaranteed. Josh Rosen is on the roster for 2 years. 2020 and 2021, and then we have the option to pick up his 5th-year option. For this year, he's due 20.07 million is how much he's due this year. If we cut him this year, it's a $4.9 million dead cap hit, because it takes this year's contract and next year's contract, puts them together. Because next year he's due 2.8 million guaranteed. So if we cut him this year, we give him all the money he's due. If we cut him next year, we only give him the money that he was due for next year. So he's only on the books for 2 million. This year it's a little over 2 million. Next year it's 2.8 million. It's not a lot of money. And Josh Rosen, a lot of you guys, I read it in the comments below, I read it on Twitter, a lot of you guys like Josh Rosen and see a lot of potential in him. And there's Josh Rosen. And then we have Jake Rudick, who the Dolphins, there was about a month or two ago, a long list of players that the Dolphins signed to reserve/future contracts, and Jake Rudick was one of them. Obviously, they brought him in the new regime. They got him from the Detroit Lions. They like what they see from him. He was on the practice squad for a good portion of the year. So they re-signed him to a future contract. So he will be on the team in 2020. That's a guarantee. Now, when it comes to Josh Rosen and Ryan Fitzpatrick, that's where it really gets, we don't know. That's where it gets cloudy. That's where it gets hazy. Because again, Ryan Fitzpatrick has to decide, and he said he's going to take his time and he's going to sit back and he's going to relax and he's going to see what he wants to do when it comes to playing football. Now, it's about 15 years in the league. He's going to think he's turning 37 this year. He needs to see what he wants to do. But again, he's under contract. Then you got Josh Rosen. Will he be on the team next year? Will the reason that Chad O'Shea got released, which I'm hearing, this is what I'm hearing, is that it was a mutual thing. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not hearing he got fired. I'm hearing it was a mutual splitting. Look, this isn't working. You know, this is what I'm hearing about Chad O'Shea real quick. I'm going to throw this in there. He was making adjustments, but not the right adjustments. He was calling great plays on offense when it came to route running and all that stuff. But when it came to offensive line schemes, when it came to helping that situation, he wasn't doing great with that. And that's where kind of some of the heads were butting, especially with Flores being that old style coach, that old mindset, that old tough-nosed coach. That's where they kind of butt heads. So it was a mutual leaving. So with Josh Rosen, it comes down to, you know, what do they want to do? Now, Brian Flores has talked time and time again that he sees Josh Rosen every day in practice. He sees what Josh Rosen can do, and he sees all that stuff. So if you want my God's honest opinion, I think Josh Rosen will probably make it to training camp, and I think Josh Rosen will compete in training camp. But don't be surprised if he gets traded. Don't be surprised if a team that is willing to give the Dolphins something that they want, whether it be a fourth, whether it be a third, because I think we have a fourth because of Juwan James' comp pick. But don't be surprised if they move him. Now, I know a lot of you Josh Rosen fans, because you can never, there's people that are fans of certain players that you say anything about them and you're going to get hell. And I know a lot of you Josh Rosen fans probably got really upset that I said that, but it's the NFL. It is what it is. You know, if he's not working, or if it's just, look, we're going to move in a better direction, the better guy might be coming in, they might move him. Not saying it's going to happen. Not saying I want it to happen. Just preparing you for if it could happen. And then Jake Rudick's Jake Rudick. He ain't going nowhere. Like I said, he ain't going nowhere. So when it comes to our quarterback situation, it's it's as up in the air as it was last year. Because we traded Ryan Tannehill, and then we brought in Fitz, and then we traded for Josh Rosen during the draft. So it's kind of still in that same situation where we might not really know who our starting quarterback is. Now, like I said, a lot of you guys probably want Josh Rosen, the Josh Rosen fans. A lot of you guys want Fitz. But it's really not up to us if Fitz stays or if he goes. It's up to him if he wants to retire or not. If he doesn't want to retire, we got him on the books. He'll play for us next year. Will he start? Most likely, but we'll see about that. Could be Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen in his second system could possibly do it. But it's also, you got to realize this is going to be the second system second year on the Dolphins for Josh Rosen, but it's like his 6th offensive coordinator. So it's like, Fitz is going to have Chan Gailey, who he knows really well, even the quarterback's coach and the offensive line coach. He knows them all. He played with them for years. Whereas Rosen he's got to deal with the whole new system again. So that's where like a lot of my thinking and a lot of my assessment is like he might be moved. I'm not saying I want it, not saying I'm predicting it, but I'm just preparing you guys. And then when it comes to the draft, and when it comes to free agency, a lot of it's just unknown, especially with this coaching staff. In the draft, could they go for Tua? If Tua falls to 5, will they take him? Sure. Could they trade up for Tua? It depends on what the team, what the players want, or what the team wants in that trade. Now, Chris Greer came in, and like I said, I made that video. Go back and watch that video where I talk about Chris Greer. They got the draft picks for this specific reason, to get whoever they want, whenever they want. But they also didn't get all these draft picks to just trade them away for one player. So is it possible they could trade up for Tua? Is it possible that they can make a move for somebody? Of course. But we don't know. So when it comes to the draft, there's 2 scenarios. They could sit at 5, hope and pray Tua falls to them. But the fact that Phillip Rivers, it was announced that he's going to go to free agency. Chargers are now a team that needs a quarterback now. Now, is that Tua? Probably not. Or they could still take Tua and then wait and pick someone up in free agency, aka Teddy Bridgewater, or they could pick, and there's a bunch of good players, Tom Brady, and let Tua sit a year behind a vet that they could bring in for 1 year and then move along. Is a lot of things that could happen with the Dolphins when it comes to the draft. Dolphins could sit pat at 5, fill up the offensive line need, fill up the defensive line need, fill up other needs, ride with Fitz, ride with Rosen, and maybe address the quarterback situation in 2021. That's a possibility. They also could bring somebody in free agency. Say Fitz decides he wants to retire, then the Dolphins are, would they ride with Rosen? Are they comfortable with Rosen? Do they think Rosen can pick up Chan Gailey's new system? Or would they probably go for a Teddy Bridgewater? Now, all of these things. Now, if you want my honest opinion, I could see Fitz staying, and I could see Fitz starting next year, and then it all depends on if they want Rosen to stay or not, or if they're going to draft a quarterback. Like I said, I'm going to make a video breaking down who I want in the draft when I'm done with my prospects videos, who I want free agency, who I'm going to cut, and who I'm going to re-sign. That's a completely different video, and I'm going to do those. But when it comes to the quarterback situation, like I said, we're kind of in the same situation we were in the beginning of last year, because we don't know what Fitz wants to do, and we don't know what they're going to do with Rosen. But if you want me to give you guys somewhat of a prediction, I think Fitz is going to come back. Chris Greer even said it, that he's banking on Fitz coming back. But again, it's up to Fitz. I think Fitz will start next year, and unless Josh Rosen beats him out, because this is the type of team that you play hard, you start. Plain and simple. You do your job, you start, and you earn it. So you never know. But I think if you want my God's honest opinion, I think Fitz comes back. I think under Chan Gailey's system, he is used to. He plays better. And it all depends what they do with Rosen and if they draft a quarterback. Now, we're hearing a lot of things that the Dolphins want Joe Burrow. I don't believe that. I feel like the Dolphins could go for Tua, and I'm hearing good things about Justin Herbert, and I'm hearing good things about what the Dolphins could do with him. Now, would Herbert get to 18? We don't know, but I don't think I'd take Herbert at 5. I think that's a little too high for Justin Herbert. Again, there's a lot of Justin Herbert fans that are going to be mad at me for saying that, but that's honestly how I feel. I probably wouldn't take Herbert at 5. I'd take Tua at 5. I wouldn't take Herbert at 5. But yeah, that's the quarterback situation. Be sure to comment below. Let me know what you think of the quarterback situation. What would you do? Say Fitz, give me scenarios. Fitz stays, this is what I would do. Fitz retires, this is what I would do. Do you like Josh Rosen? I know I can already tell a few of you guys who are my usual suspects in the comment section who like Rosen, what you guys think. Roadrunner's one of them. What you guys think of Josh Rosen, and if you guys want to ride with Rosen, let me know who you want to draft. Are you trading up? I know I got a few of you guys, EM, who would probably want to trade up or would take, not trade up, but I know EM would take 2 at 5. Be sure to comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And before I open up the package, I am going to answer the comment of the day, or the trivia. And that is, who was the Dolphins nominee for the NFL's Art Rooney Sportsman Award for 2017? And that was guard Jerome Bushrod. He's not on the team anymore. Not on the team anymore. So I'm going to open this up. Matt sent this to me. I blacked out your address so people didn't know where you lived. Let's open up this Mamma Jam. Holy. Are you kidding me? Matt. Okay, first off, you gave me a bracelet. I'm assuming this is from my fiance. Alex and Annie's Dolphins bracelet. Very nice, my dude. I'm assuming this is from my fiance. I don't think this is from me. Let me open this up. Dude, very, very nice. Awesome. I don't know if you guys can really see it. I might have to zoom in a little bit. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. I booped the mic. Dude, you sent me too much. You got me an earbuds case holder. Dude. Thank you for that. Oh, I can't... You also got me a $100 Amazon gift card. I am honestly speechless. And I think... Dude, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm... Dude, come on. Look at this. It's upside down. Dude, Matt. I'm going to put this on the chair over here. Matt, what are you doing? He wrote me a note. I'm going to read this because what you gave me is too much. It's too much. I'm like, my heart is just, I can't right now, Matt. This is too much. But I'm going to read what Matt wrote to me just because you're the best, dude. Dear Dougley, hope all is well. Please take this gift and spend it on something to make your channel better. Maybe a better camera, GoPro, lighting. It doesn't really matter. It is a small token compared to your countless hours of dropping the latest news, whether at home or at work. I know it's hard to grow your YouTube channel, and you can tell you put your heart and soul into it. Every video you put out. I hope one day next season I can meet up with you at a game. Dude, Matt, are you from Florida? I think you're from Florida. I'm going to bring you to a game with me. Like, this is too much, dude. This really is too much. His question, do we build the trenches and corners? And what do you think will happen with free agency? I know you'll have videos planned for these topics and more, so I hope I don't ruin them. No, I'll give you a quick synopsis. Thank you for your time. Shout out to all the true Finn fans who are holding true. Our time is coming, and our time is now. Fins up. Dougie's the best. YouTube greatness. Like, comment, and subscribe. And get your merch from Matt. Matt. Oh, Matt, you son of my beach. Thank you so much, dude. Like, I just want to let you guys know, if you guys send me stuff, I will open it on the channel. I will thank you so much for it. This is too much, Matt. Matt. Yes, we build the trenches. 100% we build the trenches. Interviewing Richmond Webb, which I'm pretty sure Matt watched the video, he talked about it. We're going to hit it up in free agency and the draft. Draft is, we'll get maybe 1 starter, 2 starters, and then depth. Free agency, same thing. 1 or 2 starters, then depth. Definitely the trenches on both sides. Corner, maybe, depends on what's happening with Xavier Howard, but I see that as a possibility, bringing another corner in, even though we got some young up-and-coming guys. Matt, thank you so much. If you guys do want to send me something, my address for my mailbox is below. Don't feel like you need to. Matt, this was too much. I honestly am speechless. You have no idea how much this means to me. Thank you so much. I'm going to have to put the Dolphin flag up next to my other Dolphin flag. I'm going to reorganize this because I'm speechless. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. I tweet out things. As soon as news breaks, I'm going to be tweeting stuff out. I got a ton planned on that, ton planned on the Instagram. Be sure to check me out there. Check out the Bit Boys. Great site. It's my second site, my gaming site. If you like what you see there, hit the subscribe button. Gaming, humor. It's not for everyone, but if you like it, hit that subscribe button. Other than that, give this video a thumbs up. This is a series that I'm going to continue. You let me know, comment below, let me know what you want me to do next. I'm thinking I'm going to do maybe running backs or wide receivers, start from the offense, go to the defense. Comment below what you guys would like me to do next. But other than that, check out DolphinsTalk.com. Really great site I'm associated with. They have my content on there. They got TDs on there, Young Mayo, Saba. They got a ton of great guys, beat writers, podcasters. Check it out. Other than that, hit that subscribe button. The series is going to continue. I got my prospects video series. I got my mock drafts. I got so much. I'm live streaming the draft. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Matt, you son of a gun. Thank you so much for the package. Don't feel like you need to do this. If you just send me a letter, I'm going to read it. So thank you so much. But like usual, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay classy and fins up.